There we go.
It did it. Sick.
Oh, you just suddenly like lit up. God.
I'm waiting for one person to get that reference, and if you get it, comment below.
What's up, Noob Nation?
Oh, fuck me. Not again.
G'day, everyone. Welcome back to the Last Alliance of Noobs, man.
The tier list boys back at it. Let's go.
These are just so much fun. These are genuinely, I think we've said it in the last couple, but they're just a lot of fun to do.
Honestly, the fact that tier lists have got us to 500 subs. Oh, and thank everyone for the big 500.
Thank you so much.
Quick. Didn't expect this at all.
Not at all.
But here we are. We're zooming, at all. And we're having a lot of fun doing it.
We were sitting at a tournament on the weekend. We were just like, we're at 493.
And then by the end of it, we hit 501. And we were like, oh. It was sensational. It was really good. So genuinely big thank you to everyone.
Yeah,
who's done what we said, liked, favorite, subscribed, and
you know, favoriting's not a thing on. You know, favoriting's not a thing on YouTube, right?
What?
Favoriting.
I don't care. I really don't.
You know, it's not been a thing on YouTube for like 5 years.
At any point during our journey, have you thought that I cared about anything? Criticism? Give it to me. I don't care. I'll dust that off.
Right, so we're here with another tier list, and it's a long requested one. It is our first elf faction,
Rivendell.
Rivendell. What? Irelas?
What?
Irelas is in Gondor.
It is. Irelas is no, I'm
Imladris?
Imladris.
Imladris is what you. Oh my god. Yeah, and all elves live inside of Irelas.
And I'm
his
the Lord.
Giant bloated corpse.
Is that where the elves disappeared to? Just they're not going off to Valinor. They're going into Irelas.
Yeah, like slowly they're shrinking, and that's the problem. They have to go into it's like the magic school bus inside of Irelas's body.
Miss Rizzle.
Oh, Miss Rizzle. Can we have a normal field trip? Miss Rizzle is an elf, absolutely.
She's gotta be.
What the fuck?
Before recording, you and me were looking like zombies just after a big long day's work. And then as soon as this has happened, oh shit, like what's going on? Anywho.
Oh my god.
All right. Miss Rizzle herself.
With Arwen, Miss Rizzle. Look, unfortunately for Arwen, as much as I really like her, she's real bad.
Want her to be good. I really do. I like the fight 6. That's awesome. For a 60-point model.
She's a real cheap.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's like a real cheap Wrath of the Bruinen. She's not Fortitude anymore, though. She is a minor hero.
Oh, that's right. She got done in with Círdan, didn't she?
Yeah. Her and Círdan have both been knocked down. Yeah, look. I just think, like, especially knocking her down from Fortitude really does it really does put her down. I think even D tier, like, I don't know, like,
honestly, like in a list where you're lacking numbers in terms of warriors, you're not going to have 60 points floating around, so you're not just going to be able to sneak her in, because you're going to be thinking that's 5 troops that I could be getting, or 6 troops I could be getting.
Yeah. The best she does
is Wrath of Bruinen.
Not really. Wrath of the Bruinen's good, don't get me wrong. But I don't think she's
She's
like,
nice
she's got
in a fun like themey list alongside her brothers and Paparino.
Yeah.
But that's about it, really. Honestly, at small points, I think she's good for Rivendell.
Yeah, for sure.
If
Like if you're running like
alongside Erestor, who is relatively cheap,
yeah,
I think that's fine. But apart from
like
that,
a 300 point, 400 point game or something like that, like you could
Yeah.
take her, Erestor, and maybe like Lindir or something. Like that could be really fun. But
it fits into the fun category as opposed to
yeah,
I'm gonna do incredibly well.
I think she's definitely more of like a theme, and like she's still not bad, but in terms of the list itself, I think she just doesn't fit in, which is really sad because I
D3.
D3 straight 3.
She does get an Elven Cloak, which is cool. 1 attack as well.
Yeah,
like,
she does have defense.
Yeah, yep, that's always fun. She can
Only
take
1 point
Askeladd, which is cool. 12-inch horse.
12-inch horse.
But once again, so I just don't think it's enough.
No.
Yeah.
No, sadly not. I just
really
it doesn't
want her to be better.
Yeah.
I really want her to be better. I would love to take her in more lists because it's just
Yeah. I think also like I think her being knocked down from Fortitude really hurt her like playability as well. Like, oh, very sad. On to Captain though.
El Capitan.
I really like the Rivendell Captain.
Big fan.
Yeah, like I mean, Jesus, like, he gets expensive. Like, I think he goes up to 100 points or something like
that. Base 75. You give him a shield, goes to 80. You can happily stop right there and still have him do incredibly well.
Oh, big time.
You can then give him a horse to take him up to 90 points, which even then is still worth it. And
95. You've got to have him. If you're giving him a horse, you give him a lance.
Yeah, that's it. So he can get really expensive. He can reach 100, but
100 points. Yeah,
I would still take him at 100 points. I think he's great.
Yeah, it is very expensive for a captain tier model.
Yeah, captain with like fight 5, and I'm going, immediately you hit A tier for me, if not lower end of S tier. A captain with fight 6, holy shit.
Yeah, that's the big thing. A captain with fight 6 with 3 attacks on the charge and +1s to wound is brutal.
Right.
Like genuinely brutal. Like there's say the only other captain that like really comes up to kind of compare, and even then doesn't. Yes, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, I was gonna say the Galadrim captain, but they don't get the lance, and that just really hurts them. I think. I think easy B tier.
That army. I even go B tier. What are you doing?
Well, okay. In terms of Rivendell, like, are you really taking the captain other than like if you've got points spare?
I think yes. Because your other models, your Gil-Galad, your Elronds are so expensive that I think you might be able to sneak a captain in.
Actually, that's true. In terms of captain tier models, there's none really. Like there's no like classic 3/11s in this army.
No,
they're all like expensive as shit.
The only other captain tier model is Elladan and Elrohir and Erestor, but Elladan and Elrohir you're going to take 2 at 160, so you're not sneaking him in. And Erestor, 85 points base, which I guess you could sneak in, but being 10 points cheaper with the regular captain, you could take him without a shield and everything and sneak him in. I do think A tier for
Gildor as well, though, quite nice, but he doesn't have the might that the captain does, but he's got spells, which the captain doesn't.
Oh, maybe keep him B tier. I am thinking now more in terms of just like Rivendell itself.
Yeah.
What I want to put into A tier, and I think if I put the captain in A tier, he's well and truly low end of A tier.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
Top end of B tier. So I think he fluctuates in between there for me, but I'll happily keep him at top of B tier.
I just think like you're spending those points elsewhere in Rivendell, and as good as he is, and like if you can ally in like a Green Alliance, just a captain is actually not the worst to ally into some other lists. But I think
Probably one of the
in
better
terms of Rivendell
captains
itself.
in the game, which is
Yeah,
fun.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Definitely up there.
we'll keep.
Círdan, I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious where Círdan lives. He's
Although
just
I still think maybe top of A tier.
Aura of Dismay.
Incredible.
Aura of
Aurora
Dismay
Command,
is-
Aurora's Dismay, Blinding Light, Enchanted Blades are all sensational.
They're like, and he's a free point of will, with 4 in his store. For 80 points, like you're hard pressed not to put him into a list.
Honestly, that is very true. It's tough, but yeah, I can see your points for S tier for him for sure.
I will say, I think one thing that he lacks is heroic defense, to keep him alive, because he is only D4. He's only 2 wounds, 1 fate.
Odds are he's being targeted early on with
fire. Exactly. For 80 points, I think he's hard pressed to live if you don't play him well.
Yeah. I'm kind of struggling with whether I want him in A or S, because I can see him in both. I think once again, similar to the captain, he sits on the fence perfectly.
Yeah.
He sits at the back, the top of A tier or the back of S tier. He just sits on that fence, and I genuinely can't decide. I think my gut instinct initially was A tier, but thinking about it a bit more and looking into his profile a bit more and his magical powers, it does bump him up a lot for me. Aurora's Dismay.
Aura of Dismay, Blinding Light, like he's such a utility. Aura of Command, like even though elves aren't usually struggling with courage checks, Aura of Command is still such a just a useful spell to pop.
Yeah.
Like
just to make sure, and it's on a 2+, so you just pop your
on
free
a 2+
one
as well. You go Aura of Command, Blinding Light, early game, and then he's just popping around, defending you from shooting attacks and auto passing courage checks. And then late game, or even just before the lines clash, you pop Aura of Dismay. He suddenly got 3 active abilities on exhaustion that he's just fucking throwing around with, and then you come into a position where Glorfindel or Gil-Galad or Elrond have charged into a big hero. Enchanted Blades. Hey, that hero is almost certainly going to fucking die.
Yeah.
I just think he's he's the best, one of the best support heroes in the game.
No, he is absolutely incredible. So yeah,
there's a reason he got nerfed to minor hero. Sorry, minor hero, because he was just popping up all over the fucking place as Fortitude.
He was just coming everywhere.
Genuinely. Yeah, I think I'm with you though. I think he does still border, but I think bottom of S tier I think fits him better.
Right, we'll go there. I'm happy with that. All right, now the big one, the real big one. So Elladan and Elrohir. So
no, sorry, Elladan.
Elladan.
This 5/6, strength 4, D5.
Not bad.
2 attacks, 2 wounds, courage 6.
3 might.
3 might. 2 will. 2 fate.
Beautiful. The best.
Absolutely amazing.
Incredible.
He can grab up to fucking D6. He's got bows, hits on a 3+, elven cloaks, horses.
Incredible. A tier. Bang on. Easy A tier. His brother, on the other hand, 5/6, strength 4, D5, 2 wounds, 6 courage, 3 might, 2 will, 2 fate.
It's just not that great.
He only gets a bow. An elven cloak. I like that. I'm a big fan of elven cloaks. Heavy armor.
He gets to do a D6, I guess.
Cool. He's the shit, brother. Man. D tier. Can't give a shit. I couldn't do it. Try.
Oh my god.
I'm doing so doing so well.
So Elrond. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, Elrond, I think he easily has to sit S tier.
He's got to be S tier.
Just say cut, we're done.
I just keep seeing fucking Elrohir down in D tier, and I just lose it.
Oh my god.
He's staying in D tier, fucking.
Oh fuck yeah. He's absolutely staying in D tier.
All right.
Yeah, I mean Elrond, like
I'm a big fan of Elrond. 170 points, but still just beautiful.
I mean, he's 190. You're not 190. Really taking it. You're not really taking him with
without either. Yeah.
I mean Elrond, like he's S tier. He's expensive, which is most fucking Rivendell heroes.
But the having Velia rerolling all your fate on a free fate hero is huge.
Yeah.
His Farsight points as well. Massive. There's some games where
Farsight.
Farsight. I'm thinking of 40k. So like you might roll the one, but still like that's still going to be handy.
It's not bad.
Like that can buff up and buff down your priority roll is huge. Having the ability to control priority is massive. And obviously Lord of the West, baby. Like
Lord of the West is such a good special role. Yeah. So
definitely A tier. Wrath of Bruin and Renew on a 3 and a 4+.
Yeah. He's only got 3 will to use it, but definitely very solid.
But that's when you then link with another fella who this is great.
Yeah. Halfang is garbage, to be honest. Like rerolling +1 to win on spirits is it's still a hand and a half sword, elven sword, which is always very good. But in terms of actually having special rules and adding to his points value, Villier is so good though. Rerolling face.
The rings are just
rerolling fates. Although I have had it where he's rolled 6 fate and not gotten a single one, to be fair. So
Villier's shit. In our experience, it's shit. So D tier, baby.
Yep. So anyway, Erestor. What if we just put everyone in D tier and just kept going on like it was a normal thing?
I think we would have our heads taken.
Absolutely. By Uglok, head take a special rule.
Oh yeah. Hey, you guys get stand fast, so well then.
I think he sits S tier, obviously. Like he is very good, but it's just I do find he's a bit expensive. Which to be fair is the same could be said for almost every Rivendell hero.
Yeah.
But Erestor is one of the few that is not actually that expensive. At 85 points, fight 6, strength 4, D7, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, 2/2/2, courage 6. Reroll failed wounds when using his throwing daggers. Like that's actually really fun.
Yeah, I do love that. I really do.
Or when making strikes. Oh my god.
Yeah, even better. Noldor.
Holy shit! Like that is actually for a fucking
85
point model. Reroll failed wounds. You've only got 2 attacks, but fuck me.
At strength 4, that's decent stuff.
That's actually I think that actually easily puts him at S tier for me, to be honest. I haven't ever really used him, but he's got strike. He's fight 6. He's 2 might, which is not great, but for 85 points, that's really good.
Yeah, no, it is top notch. I think the only thing that drops it down for me is the 2 attacks. That's the only thing that I'm not big on, but re-rolling failed wounds, which is huge. So in some way, he's kind of got 4 attacks, I guess you could say.
Yeah, exactly. Or like if he doesn't have 4 attacks to win the fight, but whenever you're wounding, you've got 4.
You've got four
attacks.
Yeah, which is cool. Do I put him S tier? Maybe not. I'm thinking top A tier.
I really like also re-rolling failed throwing weapons because I've seen
throwing
that
weapons are just dumb
throwing
good.
weapons are just so good. And
anyone who says throwing weapons are shit, just play the game better. Learn how to use them. Just roll better.
Just roll better.
Yeah.
Fucking kill a Balrog with throwing weapons. It's just easy.
Exactly. It's easy.
Yeah. I just think like, especially compared to like, I mean, the captain, he easily beats the captain.
Yeah.
Even Elladan and Elrohir.
I think he beats Elladan and Elrohir.
I think he beats Elrohir, but I don't know if he beats Elladan.
Other way around.
No, that was it. Elladan's our top one, and Elrohir's the shit.
No, Elrohir's the shit one.
That's what I just said. Elladan's the top one.
Yeah.
Elrohir's the shit one.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I was so caught up in what I thought it said. Anyway.
I would also actually no. You know what? Looking back at Elladan and Elrohir, technically they're
better.
They're what 80 points each, and they can have 3 attacks.
3 might. They can also shield. They can go 2-handed. Yeah. See, I like him in A tier. Erestor in A tier.
I actually like him more than the twins, just purely because you can have him on his own. He's 85 points. But the twins, like on their own, like if you could get them separate, I know you can't, but like I think as a profile separately, I think they're bordering on each other because re-rolling failed wounds is
pretty cool.
But 3 attacks,
it is quite interesting that we don't see Erestor floating around that often. Like I've gone up a fair share of Rivendell lists, or different variety of Rivendell lists, and I very rarely see Erestor. I've only ever seen him in those smaller points games.
I think for the most part it's because for one, like a lot of people run Rivendell with Riv Knights
and Elrond, and
and you've already got if you've got a Gil-Galad, if you've got a Glorfindel, if you've got an Elrond, like
you're not taking
Erestor. Erestor kind of falls off a little bit, like especially if you've got 2 of those top 3, like you're not taking Erestor. If you've only got 1, I would take Erestor easy. I actually recently won a Glorfindel and an Erestor, so I might actually be running some fucking Erestor sometime soon, because that actually is a lot of fun. I haven't properly read his rules too often, and every time I do, I'm like, yes. And then every time I do it again, I've forgotten from the last time.
That's like half the rules in this game.
Yeah, I just don't read them much.
No. The next boy, Gil-Galad. I'm
Gil-Galad.
Topsy-turvy with him.
Same.
He is technically cheaper than Elrond.
He is, because points. Even giving him horse and shield, he becomes he's 5 points cheaper.
Yeah.
But even on foot, like he's like at the same points, I think it's a very interesting matchup because you've got the fight 9, which is incredible. But you've only got the 1 fate. I think that's the big thing that gets me about Gil-Galad is 1 fate.
I understand the 1 fate because it's the whole thing of like in the movies they die. He's 1 fate or like whatever. Yeah. So I get that. I understand that. Him not having magic powers kind of, in terms of balancing, I guess I understand why he doesn't have it, but he's like kind of a bit of me is like, oh, maybe he should.
I don't mind that he doesn't have magic because he does have the +1 spear, which
is really nice.
Very, very nice.
And at fight 9, he also has the ability, obviously, to play an extra point to make your regular troops fight 6.
Which also, amazing. I think one of my bigger problems with Gil-Galad is that he limits the list quite a lot.
Yes.
Because it's like if you have Gil-Galad, then you basically can't take half the list because Elladan, Elrohir, Lindir, Arwen, Bilbo, which also I love that Bilbo's in this list. We'll get to him in a second. You suddenly become impossible allies. I think that's also been quite updated as well. I think there's also like you can only ally in Numenor. Everyone else is red, which also makes me so mad because that's just not the fucking point of the last alliance. It was everyone. Like, you can't have dwarves out of the last alliance and just go, yeah, that's fine. You can't have the Thranduil's halls outside of the last alliance. You can't have
that
fucking
is huge.
A Galadrim outside of the last alliance and just go, yeah, no, that's it. High elves, Numenor, done. It makes me so mad every time I'm like, yeah, Gil-Galad, the leader of the last alliance, can't have half the fucking factions that were part of the last alliance. Oh my god.
Yeah. Fight 9 though.
Like, yeah, the thing is, as a model, he's still very good. Fight 9 is huge. You mount him, he's got 4 attacks on the charge, he's got blood and glory, he's got +1s to wounds.
Causes terror.
Lord of the West, oh my god. A standfast that affects heroes as well.
And 12-inch.
12-inch.
He
fight 6
I
hero
know
warriors.
That you've been thinking A tier for him, but I'm still thinking S tier.
I get
that he limits the list, and most models that limit a list, such as like Aearl and Helm Hammerhand and so on, I'm fully down for dropping them a peg because limiting a list fucking sucks. But I understand why it happens. It also works lore-wise and everything.
Yeah.
So I do like that that is a rule. But even then, just in terms of a model, my God, he's good. He's so good.
It's the one fate that still gets me, even as a model, even as a stat line, because he's more than likely your hero unless you're really doubling down and taking him and Elrond, in which case you've just taken all the fucking points from your army. Like, holy shit, you need to be playing like 1,000 points. D8, yeah.
For a troop, man. So
I've seen him get wounded and killed by goblins. Like,
I think that's the nature of the game.
Yeah. And because all it takes is like one shit roll and he takes a wound. And it's like, that's just, it really hurts if he's your leader. And it really hurts for a fucking 180 point model to suddenly be only 2 wounds, no fate.
That's also like, it's the game, it's the risks.
Yeah.
When you play a list like this, any hero that shows up, you can kind of say the same thing about.
Time.
Even if they've got 3 fate, you can say 1 bad roll, and sometimes fate means
a few
nothing.
Bad rolls.
A few,
and I've obviously like
Elrond with his 6 fate, or you know,
he fails all of them.
I
get that. That's like much more out of the ballpark and much more very obviously, that's just a bad roll. Like, that's a really shit roll. Whereas you've got 1 dice, you have might, but like, you don't really want to spend it on your fate roll for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, I think it hurts I don't know. I
still want him in S tier. I really do. Even though I like the idea that putting him in A tier is going to spark up so many angry people. Like, I love the thought of that. I still think he sits next to Elrond in S tier, the 2 big boys. It's 1 fate. You can work around that in a game if you deploy right, you play well, you move,
I know you can mitigate, but like, you don't want to not be throwing Gil-Galad into everything. Like, when you're paying 180 points for a model, you want to throw him into as much shit as possible. And I feel
he gives you that
nervous
option
about that all of a sudden because you've only got 1 fate.
You've still got that ability to do that with him. That's the thing. Even with 1 fate. I think he's got to be S tier. He's so good. You ready for this bullshit? fight 9 with heroic strike.
Oh yeah, like it's 1 point of mine to guarantee you fight 10. Fair. Like the thing, like on paper, I do like him. I've been burnt by him so many fucking times.
And if you're really worried, heroic defense.
Yeah. Like fine, I'll put him S tier, but it's the one fate and the limit in the army that really just irks me. Like he sits there as like this beacon of such a fucking good model, and then like, oh, he can die to a goblin, and he fucking makes you only be allied with Numenor, and also like halves the fucking amount of heroes you can take. It just hurts.
I do feel like if you're taking Gil-Galad, like even if you didn't have that limitations, you're still just taking pure Rivendell anyway. But even with the limiting of the list, Gil-Galad kind of makes up for it on his own, unlike a few others, which is I think where I'm kind of getting. He really does. Like the limiting is massive, but it also doesn't kind of matter for him.
I'd be interested to see when they inevitably, and God, for the love of God, do a Last Alliance supplement. They need it so badly. I'd be really interested to see what they do with like a legendary legionary.
Oh, it'll be interesting. Odds are it'll just be High Elves and Numenor, but I would like to genuinely see one that's got everything.
I'd love to see an actual Last Alliance. Dwarves, all the rest of the elves, like other men, like
everything.
Yeah, like genuinely everything. That would be really good.
That'd be awesome. After that long discussion, let's go on to our boy Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo, Bilbo.
A bit of an adventure here, showing up in the Rivendell list.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious. So you have it. He's an independent hero as part of the Rivendell list. It literally is his profile from. It's literally is just his profile from
the Shire.
The Shire. Which is really interesting because that does mean you can have the ring in your Rivendell list where you've already got fucking ridiculous fight values.
Well, see, I want to take Bilbo Baggins, Erestor, and Tom Bombadil in one list as a alternate way of dealing with the ring. So as opposed to Erestor's like they go with Erestor's plan of let's just give it to Tom.
I'll give it to Tom.
But in this case, it's not Frodo with the ring. It's old mate Bilbo. I think that'd be a lot of
old Bilbo. That would be actually really cool. I like him. Obviously, he's just such a fun little model. He gets his if you give him kit, he comes to 60 points. He's bloody D5 because the Mithril Coat gives you plus 3. Yeah, and then Sting gives you +1 strength, so you strength 3, fight 3, 3 fate, which is really nice. Especially if you've given him the ring.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't have heroic defense, which is sad.
His role is putting the ring on. That's it.
Yeah.
That's his role.
Put the ring on, and he's essentially he's a bat swarm. You throw him in fights and grab that half fight value. I think he sits comfortably B tier.
Yeah, you're not going to see him too often.
No,
he's a nice
I don't think I'd take him like ever, but it'd just be fun.
Yeah.
The thing is as well, I think the other big thing with if you give him the ring, anytime anyone else has any other model with the ring, you lose it because he's like bottom of the list on who can have the ring kind of thing on that fucking table.
To be fair, it is free, which is cool.
Yeah,
and it's not. I don't really run up against many ring bearers.
It's not something that's very common.
The last time I went up against a ring bearer was in the previous tournament where I went up against Isildur, who had the ring. Before that, it was the beginning of the year when I first joined the Last Alliance of Noobs and Men, before the YouTube channel and everything. When I first joined, it was my first game with you boys at fucking Vault
Yeah, that was
Eastern
right.
City. Going up against Ryland, he's like, I got Bilbo of the Ring and Dunedain. I was like, fuck you.
Oh man, yeah, that was fun.
That was good fun.
Yeah,
That was when you guys realized you made the worst decision ever in saying, "Hey, do you want to come have a game with me?" I was like,
yeah, come have a game with us. I actually didn't play you for like another 3 weeks because it was fucking Nick and Riley both played you. Then you're like, oh,
yeah.
I'm off. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, it's fine. But yeah,
Gildor
Bilbo's
though,
good.
baby.
Gildor, I love Gildor.
Me too. I'm desperate for a Gildor model. I missed out on the made to order
Oh, same.
Gildor.
I didn't realize that I wanted him until well after, and I'm
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
actually.
I just want him to paint him. I really do. So if anyone's got a Gildor, hit me up, boys. I'm all for it.
If you paint him and you give him to me, that'd be great.
And you can find me on Instagram at 2banner minis. So pop us a message because I want a Gildor.
Using those 500 subs
once, I think. Yeah, using early on.
Yeah.
I've used Gildor once at a tournament when I partnered up with Zorpazor, Lockie. Give me all your subs, Lockie. So
you're moving. You don't need them. We'll take them. You can't take them with you to New Zealand. Yeah, exactly. That's it's not allowed.
Thing. It's a tangible. Anything.
Yeah.
And he did really well. Him and his Noldorian exiles. Like, it was a lot of fun. I love it.
I played him once on Tabletop Sim, and I was versing Ethan, and literally every single fucking Noldorian exile died before any other model in them. I had 10 of them, and they were all dead before any other model died on the fucking field.
That's bad.
It was awful. The fucking Gondorians ate them up.
No, they do end up being really fucking expensive because you give them spears and throwing weapons and bows, and suddenly they're like 13 or 14 points, and they're D3. Yeah. You're like,
yeah,
but
that's a big thing that hurts.
I'm a big fan of Gildor and his little Noldorian exiles. I want to put him in A tier, but I think he sits B tier. Plus immobilize. 3+ immobilize.
Yeah, 3+ immobilize on 4 will.
It's not bad.
He's got defense, but he's only got 1 point of might. I think the 1 point of might really, really hurts him. I think if he had 2 points of might, he'd be going A tier easy.
Oh yeah, 100%. And 1 fate. On a D4 model. I can 1 fate on a D8 model. I can live with that. I don't mind that. 1 fate on a D4 model.
Yeah.
And
with only 1 point of might
or an elven.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have
He does have an elven.
Sorry, I misread that. I was looking under special rules. I'm like, he doesn't have it. Shit, but he does. I should know that he does.
He does cause terror, which is really nice as well. But I think top of B tier.
Yeah. I really, really want to put him A tier because I really do like him, but I think he has to sit in B tier.
Yeah, 8-inch move is on a fight 6 model though. Like, ooh, hey, whoop, 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 let's fucking go. But yeah, I think he comfortably sits. B tier. I'm the same boat. I'd really like to put him A tier. But
I also just kind of wish he was 3 attacks. Like, that'd be fun.
I think if he was 2 might or if it was 3 attacks, either of those 2 changes, he'd be A tier easy. Speaking of the best model in the game, Glorfindel. Oh my god. Done. I love.
We need to speak about Glorfindel. Unbending Resolve. He has Fortify Spirit just as a passive ability. Lord of the West. He can take the Armor of Gondolin.
Armor of Gondolin.
Can't get done in by brutal power attacks. Ooh.
Very nice.
He can take such that for 12-inch horse movement. He's so good. 3/3/3. He's in all the fucking right places.
Oh, he's
3
got Horse Lord. I didn't realize he had Horse Lord. Holy shit. Yeah, so suddenly, hey.
Terror, Expert Rider, Woodland Creature. He is everything. He's Fight 7. Resolve, Strike, Strength, and Challenge. If you're not putting him in a list, you're dumb.
Yeah, he is the reason why I don't like Gil-Galad as much. Just purely because, oh hey, for like less points, I can have a very similar model that does so much. And hey, he also fucking
is that fight 9.
Yeah, but even then, fight 7, like there's very few models in the game that even have fight 7.
Yeah,
let
exactly.
alone,
Fight
hey,
7,
a strike. Yeah, a strike gets him. Oh, I need a 3 to get to fucking fight 10.
And if
Not
you
that
want to
hard.
you can go 2-handed.
Yeah. I think the only thing I wish he had was Blood and Glory as well. Oh man, that would make him easy, like way better than Gil-Galad every single day of the week.
Oh yeah,
just like that 3 attacks, 3 wounds, 3 might, 3 will, 3 fate. Like, ooh, the threes in all the right places. I
love seeing threes.
Yeah. Coming from lists like Isengard and fucking Moria, and it's just like, I wish I had a 3 attack, 3 wounds, 3 fucking heroics. Fuck, oh my god, like 3 might, will, fate. Man, imagine. But I mean, absolute beast. I don't think there's
not much more to say about him.
There's no argument at S tier, really.
If you guys think he's not the best in the list, send me a private message. Go for it. Send Liam one too.
Come at me.
Let's go. I will
come at me.
Potentially debate you, depending on how I'm feeling at the time and if I'm at work or not.
I'll just delete the message. So High Elf Stormcaller.
Kind of just
Strength and Will is really nice.
The only time I've seen a High Elf Stormcaller being played is when you played him the other week.
No, I played a fucking Galadriel one.
It's the same thing.
It's not at all. It's got Cold Winds and Enchanted Blades. This one's got Cold Winds and Strength and Will. Thank you very much.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, my bad. Anyway, they're the same thing.
I actually really like the High Elf Stormcaller for Strength and Will on an army that has, like, if you throw a High Elf Stormcaller and have like Círdan or a fucking Gildor or Elrond, Strength and Will is really good because, like, it can put you above your like natural store.
Yeah.
And D3 will on models that, like, some of them don't have will in their store. Some of them don't have a lot of will base. So like Círdan, he's got the free will, but he's only got 4 base. Strength and Will on like Elrond or Gildor or Círdan, I actually really like.
Yeah. No,
but beyond that, I think he is kind of a bit useless.
Yeah, like see, I think there's a better option over a Stormcaller for getting will back, because admittedly it's only to one character, and that's going to be Lindir, who only gives will back.
Oh yeah,
but I still think I'm taking Lindir.
Yeah, for 5 points extra on a Stormcaller, you take Lindir, and it gives Elrond a 3 point of will, which
100%.
Yeah, honestly fair.
Yeah, I'm happy with the Stormcaller at C tier.
Yeah, I just think it's a fun, interesting thing you could do, but for the most part, I don't think it would.
Yeah.
Cold Winds is kind of fun, but yeah. Speaking of Lindir, I like Lindir. I think
great. He's a great little bubble.
Yeah, he like that 6-inch resistant to magic is quite nice. It basically gives you the Galadriel special rule army bonus.
Wise Counsel.
The Wise Counsel. I think Lindir's the only time I would take Lindir is if I've got Elrond.
Oh yeah, you're not taking
beyond
without Elrond.
Yeah, beyond that, I think he's kind of useless.
I think without Elrond, I think you're looking at a C tier. With Elrond, you're looking at an A tier. Yeah,
that's the thing. I think because the other thing, only 1 attack on a 65-point model, especially or more if you've given him the horse and armor. I think if he was 2 attacks, I'd be much more inclined to bring him without Elrond, because like you could mount him, chuck him with armor, and then you throw him in with your Rivendell Knights list, and hey, I've got fucking
hey presto.
They got the fucking resistant to magic bubble, which comes in real handy when you come up against like some a certain legendary legion that everyone hates. But I think he sits like solid B tier.
Probably lower end of B tier.
Yeah.
Without Elrond, I'm taking a captain or even Gildor over him.
Yeah, I just think like taking with Elrond every day of the week, I think he sits A tier. But I think as a profile on his own in the list, we'll put him A tier. I think like because you're gonna take him with Elrond if you take him at all.
Yeah.
But I think then he becomes very expensive because like he basically becomes like a bit of a Grima for Elrond, like a Grima Saruman kind of relationship.
Walking together.
Yeah. So yeah, for 1 point of might, 3 will, 1 fate, 2 wounds. He's
got woodland creature. They all fucking do.
Yeah, you're essentially spending 65 points to give Elrond a 3 point of will each turn, and then you're using that on Renew and Wrath the Bruinen.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is nice, but I don't know if it's actually like.
I'm still doing it. If I'm taking Elrond, especially if I'm taking Elrond in a Rivendell Knight list, my selection goes Elrond, Glorfindel, Lindir.
Yeah, if you've got Mounted Lindir, which does not exist, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I think he's fine.
I'm happy with our heroes.
I don't like Lindir being A tier, but I get it.
B tier. That's what I'm trying to say, boy.
I don't know. Like, I just think like 65 points to give if you've got Elrond, you give him.
Yeah. If Elrond, and that's the big thing. It's if Elrond is there, you chuck him into A tier. If Elrond is not there, you're probably not taking him.
Even with Elrond being there, I still don't think I take him like 5 times out of 10 because it's just like I could easily still take him or leave him even if I've got Elrond. It's like Elrond can still do so much on his own.
Yeah, fair.
That the 3 point of will each turn is like, nice, obviously, like getting more renews and more Wraths of the Bruinen, very good. But I think there's more things you can spend 65 points on if you've already spent a fuck ton of points on Elrond.
Yeah. Well, anyway, leave him B tier. I'm happy with B tier. I think he sits nicely in B tier for the most.
Yeah. But yeah, there's our list.
The heroes.
Yeah, I think the heroes. I mean, it goes to show like the stat lines on these fucking heroes are just so good.
Yeah, I personally don't think there's going to be many controversial placements.
On 2 warriors.
Yeah, fuck you, Elrond, Elrohir.
Elrond.
Yeah,
Ellie and Deli, as I like to call them.
Ellie and Deli.
Even though it literally doesn't fit because Elladan is the first one in that sentence. Anyway, so Deli and Ellie. So High Elf Warriors.
There's 2 choices, baby.
Rivendell Warriors, you've got 2, and it's like they've got a lot of war gear, but like, God, it really does fucking hamstring the list, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Start. So, High Elf Warrior with bow, A tier. Strength 3 plus 3 bow. You do spend 11 points on each model, which is a bit fucking rough. But definitely still very solid.
Definitely. And with their army bonus as well.
I fucking hate the army bonus for Rivendell. It is so bad. I hate it so goddamn much. It's 6 inch within the army leader. They reroll fail to hit.
In turn, they didn't move.
Yeah, I fucking hate it so much.
Twice, maybe.
That won't happen at all because my army leader is fucking in the front line.
She is.
hate it. I hate it so much. Speaking of Rivendell, that's like if we're doing tier list on army bonuses, fucking D tier, absolutely garbage. Hate it so much. Let us say this is the warrior with sword and shield.
Yep.
I mean, solid. Like, the fucking swordsman without shield though. Yeah. D5.
I don't. D5 warriors
for 9 points. Ugh.
Nah.
Gross. Extra point
shield.
every day of the week.
Yeah, spear and shield. Just chuck him A tier.
Yeah, I think that's
where I wanted him in general, and that's why I wanted the sword and shield to drop down. But I think you made some very, very good points. So I think they nicely together.
High Elf Banner S tier.
I'm etched in my old ways within this game.
High Elf Banner's A tier, S tier. Like
Elf Banner in general.
Elf Banners in general are S tier. Like if you're not taking extra banners and elves, you're doing something very wrong because you have fight 5 or fight 6. You need those 6s. If you're not rolling 6s, you're losing elves, and that's just like for so many points. Like, yeah, sure, a banner is 25 points, so it makes the whole model like 34 or 35 if you had a shield. Like, that's expensive. But you think about how many models that banner will save by them getting a 6, winning the fight, and killing the model, like the lad in front of them. Elves already have a hard enough time killing as is. Like, you need to win as many fights as you can with that high fight value. You're paying so much for it.
And our boy Nick Franklin can attest to the double banner elf action.
Double banner it.
He was running one, admittedly Galadriel, but still, they suffered the same problem. He was running one banner, and then I suggested you should take 2 banners, and I don't think he's ever looked back.
But yeah, banners in elf armies they are like worth their weight in gold.
Yes,
they're genuinely so fucking good. Like, you need banners in elf armies so badly. So you're just paying so much for that fight value, and you need those 6s. Speaking of, I think I'd put Riv Knight banner A tier because it's like, yes, very, very good, and you should take him if you're doing a Riv Knights list.
But if you're going for a mixed arms kind of force, you're going to put your banner on foot.
Yeah.
You want your
safer, and you want your Riv Knights to do that.
Running around, shooting, harassing, and then eventually coming in with their lances. And you don't want your lance to have a -1 on charge.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's the big thing. Riv Knights in general, though. Or Riv Knights without a shield, actually. I'll put B tier because you're just not taking them.
You're not doing that. Why
are you doing fucking C tier? Why would you not take a shield with them?
Riv Knight with shield and everything S tier. 100%.
Well, Riv Knight, you only need him to have a shield because he's already got everything built into him. For 1 extra point, you're already spending 21 points in the model, 22 points every day of the week. Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
To get that D6 on your fucking kitey boys, just so nice. Beautiful. You'd have to take 21. Oh yeah, 21 fucking Rivendell Knights without shield to get an extra Rivendell Knight on top of a shielded army. 20, like, it's just so many points. Like, it's just ridiculous that you just don't take. You just take the shield.
Yeah. High up warrior with Warhorn.
Yeah.
You're already courage 5. Do you need to spend 30 points on a Warhorn?
Points. No. Same with the Rivendell Knight with Warhorn.
Yeah. You're already courage 5. 2, if you've got 30 points, you're getting a second fucking banner.
Yeah. I understand, like, they go down to courage 4 if they've got Harbinger or whatever. Like,
courage 4 is still fucking good.
Oh, but yeah, courage 4 is still good. Plus, you've got Círdan with Aura of Command, more than likely. Yep. You don't need it. You do not need it. Like, if you've got 30 points to spend, like, you're making extra points to get Círdan instead. Like, Obviously, it's an extra 50 points, sure. Take an extra banner then.
Bang on.
It just yeah, the Warhorns in Elf lists are a bit silly.
Yeah.
But that was nice and easy with fucking two profiles.
Beautiful. Sensational.
I realized actually we don't have like a list for the Kingsguard. But a Fight 6 elf is going S tier every day of the week.
Yeah.
Easy. He's not there, but S tier. Like so fucking good. A warrior with Fight 6. It's why whenever we do Galadriel, they are also getting an S tier fucking warrior out of the Fountain Court Guard.
Oh yes, Fountain Court Guard. Guard of the Galadriel Court.
Guard of the Galadriel Court.
I always get them mixed up myself. So
whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, for similar points to a Fountain Court Guard, you can get High Elf Warrior and Fight 6 as well. You do have to take Gil-Galad, which anyway.
Won't get into that. I really love Rivendell. I think Rivendell's a great army, a good fun one.
I think they've fallen into a bit of a problem with only having one list for the most part that I've ever really seen for the most, like in most games lately.
Yeah, you really only see Riv Knights running around these days. But you could very handsomely just do an all-foot Rivendell army and still do well. But people tend to lean towards Riv Knights. I've considered it. I consider Rivendell Knights every fucking night of my life. I lie in bed and I go, what if I did a Rivendell Knight army?
What if I did a Rivendell Knight army?
What if I just
I want to do like foot Rivendell, like even foot heroes, because it's just not been done often, and I just kind of like the idea.
The big thing stopping me from doing that is I can fine cast spear and shields.
True. Oh, fucking Randall still owes me some fucking high elf spears that are metal.
This is a call out. You fucking called out, Nick.
Nick, give me my high elf spears.
My warriors.
I've got like 8 of them that he owes me. Mind you, I haven't given him any money for it yet, but I'll get them. And then I can do my foot Rivendell, because I still don't actually I only have 2 high elf spears and I don't want to fucking get fine cast shit. I do now have Glorfindel and Erestor as well, and they're both metal.
Oh shit. You heard it here first.
Oh shit.
He's doing Rivendell.
Oh god. After I do Karn, which
oh fuck me.
It's
beginning to look a lot.
It's going well.
Like Christmas.
It's beginning to look a lot like fuck this.
Toys in every drawer. The pile of shame is growing up. I want to buy more models, but I just can't afford. That's us done. Bye. Like, favorite, and subscribe. Check out the Instagram and all that cool stuff. What do you want to see next? We're probably going to do Isengard in all honesty, so you can tell us what you want next or not. I really don't care. We'll probably do Isengard.
Let us know what good army you want to see next, because it might end up being dwarves after Isengard, but
or a weird concoction of the smaller lists. But we'll see.
We might end up doing like Dale and Arnor and Druidane and shit, like,
or the weird small ones just combined into one, just to get them out of the way. You don't want a 5-minute video. You want to hear us babble on like fucking 4-year-olds.
So, for an hour and a half, apparently. You guys really like us. Why do you like these? Why do you like these?
I'm glad you do. Thank you for liking our videos and enjoying them. Keep commenting. We love the comments. We love the salty ones as well. There was one comment that was like, I really enjoy these videos, but boy, are your opinions wrong. But I still really like this video. And shout out, man. Like, I just want to get that comment up and read it properly, because it was a cool comment. Where are you, mate?
I love look, all the comments are so much fun.
This is our first comment shout out. Oh, comment of the day. Hello.
Comment of the day. We'll put it up on screen and we'll have a little screenshot.
Oh my god,
You'll do that, Sean?
Timmy T9204 These
Oh
are
my
all
God.
entertaining to watch, but my God, do I disagree with so many placements. Super interesting hearing other people's differing thoughts on profiles. Fuck you, Timmy. We're all facts, mate.
Everything we do is fact. But no, thanks for watching, everyone. You guys have a great night.
Or day, depending on when you're watching this.
No, you can only watch this at night now.
Yeah, it's a night.
It has to.
This is what watch this when you go to sleep, right?
I actually did last night.
It, and it'll keep our analytics doing well.
Just have us on in the background at all times. All right. God damn it. We've really just like gone off the fucking deep end with the end of this one, haven't we? Holy shit.
How am I going to edit this? Will I keep it in? Will I chop it and change it? Who knows? We'll see. But yeah.
Thanks for watching,
third time the chance. Thank you.
Did you just say third time the chance?
Fuck.
All right, cut it there.